I like to build pretty camps and kill things. Your safety is not guaranteed. If I kill you,
Hello,
always
I guess. Welcome to my first ever building tutorial. Yippee! I'm Lady Sugarbar, and I learned how to build at the monorail just the other day. It is this one, this rusty, broken monorail bridge. Isn't it beautiful? Not beautiful, but I like taking old objects and making them really, really pretty. So let's just build pretty things and get on with it, I suppose.
So if you take a look at the map, my camp is going to be placed where the monorail elevator is, just to the east of the monorail elevator, or to the left. I'm going to place my camp box here just to start, and then let's see what we do next. Okay, so the next thing we do is make a way so we can get up into the structure itself by placing a ladder or stairs or whatever you like. And then we're going to place our camp box just here. And then you can get started. Yay! Now quickly, before we start sorting out our floors or whatever, I'll just show you again what we are trying to achieve, or maybe similar to what you're trying to achieve. The main thing is, even if you're not going to design the building the same, that's okay. Just get the flooring perfect for yourself. Now let's begin, for real this time.
So, here I am in the wasteland, and we're going to learn how to build on the monorail. Woohoo! So let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. Okay, I'll stop doing that now. And if we look here, we've got the South Mountain Lookout, right? This is how we're going to get to where we're going, basically. We're going to go to the South Mountain Lookout, and then we're just going to travel east. We can travel along the railway, but it kind of takes a bit longer, if you ask me. Kill these first. I'll have to clip this bit out, because they'll probably kill me first. It's embarrassing. Hi. Okay. I think I like filming the most when I'm tired. I've got the most aggression in me. Okay, so let's find our way east. And now, like I said, we could follow the monorail down, but that's just stupid. Well, not really. Shysouth taught us how to follow the railway bridge down, but we don't need to do that. We just need to kind of go east and hope for the best. Look, we can see our monorail bridge from here. I don't have my binoculars on me. But we look over there, look, see? That's the bridge. That's what we want. It's that bit down there. Now, I'm going to climb down this cliff very carefully, because I don't know what adrenaline, what serums I've eaten. Yep, okay, so let's keep going. Right, okay, guess I've had some bird bones, and that's good. Right, so here is our bridge. This is the beginning of your amazing camp. Why is that bucket going miles away? All right, never mind that. Let's look here. This is our bridge. This is where we're building. This is our location. So it's more or less in the center of Monorail Elevator and South Mountain Lookout. I'll do that again so you can pause the video and find the base. Cue elevator music. Okay, la 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 la. Right, done. That's that bit done. So now we're going to place our camp. Now let me make sure I'm not using a camp that I don't want to get rid of. And the first thing I'm going to do, right, I basically want to place my camp box up on the actual bridge, but I can't do that straight away, so I'm just going to place this camp here. Then I'm going to find myself stairs. Just dump them here so I can climb my way up. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And then, once I'm up here, I'm going to place my camp box here, just here. Okay, so now we've got our camp box placed and we've got our space. We're going to start building so that the front, well, this is up to you. This video is just a guide. Other people might want to do this differently, but this is how I do things. This is how we're going to get the floors and everything lined up. For me personally, I like my floors on the one side, my walls to kind of blend in with this just here. But it's hard to tell right now what's a good angle and what isn't. So how are we going to make aligning things go to plan? Right, now we've got it like so it's straight. I'm going to try and just glide it over gently so that the angle doesn't change. And it looks like, does look like we're in a good position to move on to the next part. Okay, actually we can't snap them in like that because that's not going to work. But maybe this will make our lives easier, is if we take this that we've done and snap together and we slide it across gently. And then all of a sudden, you've got space for a wall. Yeah, that's great. That's lining up. How is that? See it? Now that's our first bit done. Okay. No. We've placed our floors down. And now we can leave snap mode on. Because basically we can snap different ones. So remember, this is the front. Right? I made a mistake before and I built a bench and then realised I'd built it facing the wrong way. Don't do that. The only problem you might have here is this might be too close to this. So what I would do is go back into free mode and pick up what you've got and just bring it down a touch. Because then when you build basically then when you build a door, you're going to build a door without issues, and that's the point. You don't want your doorway to be blocked. I've made that mistake lots. Here's the next bit now, just snapping pieces together. Okay, so yeah, what you seen earlier was me lining up the floors so they touch the edge of this. And then once you've lined up your 3 starter pieces, you need to just snap all this shit together. Remember where the front of your base is, don't do me. And yeah, so here's your little front balcony. This will be a centre point, and let me see where we're at. You just need to put the fucking floor in now, if it'll let me. Lovely jubbly. Okay, and we are all aligned. Everything in the universe is aligned. Or at least everything in this base so far, so good, is aligned. Right. And that is it. That's how you get your structure ready. Check all outside to make sure nothing's poking out. And you've got it. You've got the base. You've got a good starting base. Then you can just pick your box up, go boop, dump it all the way over there again, and oh, not there though. That's the back. I am going to dump it over here. Okay, so that's over there. And yeah, this is the bit you start building. So obviously you're going to have your camp pieces. So you need stairs, whatever stairs you like. We'll go with what we did on the actual camp build. I like to use free mode a little bit now and again. I don't want these going the way they are, so I'm going to just sort of move them across here a touch. That looks better already, doesn't it? Right, so yeah, there we go. And then it's just straightforward. Once you've got your foundations lined up exactly how you need them, just get your base in order. Right, yeah, so what I'm thinking now, right, is you might come across problems like I just done. And the best thing to do is turn your lights on so you can flip and see. That always helps. I'm going to go to camp pieces now, and we can see this is, you know, it's kind of nicely aligned, but it's kind of not nicely aligned at the same time. So I'm going to go and change it to free place mode for this bit. And I'm going to see if I can neatly move that. Does that look like it's only poking out slightly? We're going to run with that, right? That's pretty decent. Oh, shoot. Okay, it's going to have to... Not as planned. Not as planned. All right. I guess this is a bit we're going to have a little bit of a struggle, right? Let's build this as it is and see where we end up. This is where we might come across more problems, right? So try doing this. Oh, no, yes, this is right. This is right. This is right. Right, we're on track. Okay, so let's get our walls up. So as you can see, these back walls sit here. And basically, building on from this point out is pretty damn straightforward, I would say. Okay, so I say that and the fucking game fucks up. But yeah. And now we're going to stick the glass in. So here it is. Right, let's put that up there. Can you see this? It's not snapping like the other one did. Rather odd. Don't remember that happening on my other build. But that's not a problem at all when you can just go like this and make our own compromises where the game doesn't let us. Because we've got free cam mode now. And quite obviously that fits there. Now we go back into snapping mode and yeah. So this is where you can see that I had a living room space. I'm going to turn this around. Hopefully. That should just turn around on its own, but this game being how it is, it doesn't. So I'll lift it up. And I'll, ooh, whoa, hang on. Yeah, I'll lift that shit up. Delete the wall if you need to. So, if your wall isn't snapping the kind way you want to do it, just turn that motherfucker around and snap it in yourself. Because you don't need Todd Howard telling you how to live your life. And then just make the appropriate adjustments like so. Now, there's different ways you can do this. You can either take your defences and you can make your own fake wall using whatever you want, right? But this is the way to do it if you haven't got anything from the item shop to help you. I've been using these pillars on my low level account, and that kind of seals the deal in. Then you use your snap mode again and you can get things to just sit where you want them to. Lovely jubbly. And then we can put some more wall up here. Fantastico. And then you kind of just add on your roofs. Add whatever roofs, walls, whatever you like. Your build, your rules, eh? Keep your snappy mode on because it's handy. I don't think my roofs are lined up properly, but well, nobody's going to tell from the outside. Right? Nothing's perfect in this life. And we'll all have to just get on with that. So let's put these in, is there? I actually don't mind them crisscrossing like that. Maybe we've created a good effect. But just to kind of stop this from being a long ass video, you can readjust some of that as much as you want. As you can see, I've put the wrong thing there. I'm going to go change that now, and I'm going to put this wall in, the glass one. Where is the glass one? There it is. And yeah, so I've placed that there like that. You can, of course, put another bit of roof in there to even it out. But I'm not keeping this build, so I'm not going to. I'm just showing you guys how to do it because, yeah, basically I built it twice and I've got to record both times. So here I am. And yeah, put your little roofs on now. Let's just put any roof on for now, just to give you an example. And yeah, so then you take your structure, you've got a whole structure here that you've been working on. You should be able to fix that, so yeah, seems to work out. Yeah, there we go. See, look at that. Lovely jubbly. Here is a building that you made, or you will be making, or you might be making it right now. And I can't get my roof to snap. There, I've got my roof to snap. Ta-da! And then you carry on putting your walls in. Oh, look, I broke one. That was flipping naughty. And then you just continue to put your walls and your floors down. Now, I did this base two ways, didn't I, before? Now here the kitchen seems to be smaller. I don't know what I've done here, but the kitchen seems to be smaller. Maybe you need to go back a tile. I got a feeling you do, you know. But yeah, this is how you get your base down. And let me show you the second method for doing a little wall. If you want to try and test out different ways of doing this whole extra bit of wall. So you go into fences, pardon me for my yawniness. You go into your fences. You use whatever ones you think you like. I'll use these ones for an example for now. But yeah, use whatever ones you want. Slap them in together. Sometimes they're not tall enough. And you have to play around. And, you know, God bless this free mode, because now, look what happened. We were able to just merge them all into themselves. No gimmicks. How good is that? I love that. And yeah, you can kind of use whatever you want to do that effect. And then, yeah, you've got this bit done, basically. All you have to do now is add your furniture and voila. And then this bit again, straightforward enough. You just basically throw down floors. You can snap them in. Maybe not, because that... If you think something's a bit squiff, put it straight. Try snapping again. Like here, look at that. Let's move that. Right, yeah, so just let's try this again. Oh God, it's going to be squiffing it. It's pretty good, actually, no squiff. Right, so, and then you add your, whatever you like, and you just add your structure into this. I believe we went one across on the other build, so let's do that again. You can actually build this better than me, because look at what's going on. Look how bad this is. So let's see. Yeah, you get your floors, and then you pick out how you want to do your stairs. Now, I did this in two ways, depending on that stupid bit of dead deer just there. Now, you can see here that that's inside the deer, not ideal, looks bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the floor that way. As you can see, I'm having problems with the floor, but just go into free place mode. Make it all fall into itself. And there you go. And then you just build your fences, whatever fences you want. You want to get your fences to line up. You know, not in an orderly queue, but, you know, like just on against your walls. So try and get your fences straight before you go back into snap mode, because it can go fucking bad. See? Look. So I'm gonna, I see what's going on here. So basically, half my build is inside the wall. Don't do what I did and just mess that up. But yeah, be patient with your camp build. What I'm saying is basically I need your starting foundations to be good, essentially. like make sure everything's lined up in this correct way. And yeah, you've got it then. You've got your camp to go to plan. Alright, that's a bit out of sync, but I'm rushing it because I'm just trying to show you how it goes. Now then, for this next piece, this is kind of more straightforward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, for this here, now you can either build higher than that, or you can just do this and then hide stuff on top of it. Right? That's the same. Kind of. Now I'm going to put my foundations down just here. And then this bit is pretty much straightforward. It's just a case of building your walls in. It's not high enough. It's too high. Yep, with this, don't be afraid to kind of just fuck it up and try again. I'm going to try and lower these foundations. If I go back into the other mode, go to free place, go back into this edit mode and just do our and that should help. Notice that I said that more as a question than a solution. And then we just put that back down there, that down there. Get myself another glass wall. Even if you have to kind of do this, because sometimes you do. Oh dear, right, don't know if that worked out. Yeah, but sometimes you might have to do this. And then I'm going to go and use the recent tab for this. History, recent. And yeah, it should give me my walls that I was using. There we go. And it's quite clear that this wall is perfectly lined up. But no, and then we'll go back into camp pieces, go to walls again. I'm gonna have to seek out what I was using. Yeah, it's not ideal with the wall situation, but we've got it, so there. I'm wondering if that's still a little bit high. But let's see. So let's poke that in there. No one's actually going to be looking about what's going on up here. But just to give it a bit of more of an aesthetic, pleasing look. That'll work out. And then we just place some side pieces on here. Oh no, wait. And there. It's a bit rough and tumble. You would have to just place a couple of, you know, like fences and stuff at the back. do you with the structure then, how you want. But yeah, that's the basics. That's how to kind of get your basic structure up and running. And yes. So if you liked the video, give it one of them thumbs up, like so. Lovely. There we go. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you would do things differently. If it's shit. If you had bananas and cheese for breakfast, whatever, just leave a comment. And I hope you liked the video. Okay, bye.
I like build pretty camps and kill things. Your safety is not guaranteed. If I kill you, you should always say thank you. He'll pat you on the head while you bleed.